There was a young man in Lucknow who ate too much matar pulao when his tummy went bust, as indeed it must. I suppose my grandmother, that is my mother's mother, my maternal grandmother, um, influenced me without my realizing it, because she was very strict, and I would avoid her whenever possible because she would chase after me, and uh, if I got up to mischief, and I'd be punished. Um, and I was wicked. I was a mischievous child. I tore curtains. I cut down her sweet peas. I had a war with her, actually, with my grandmother. Um, and she would, if I was wicked, she would say, no second helpings at dinner or lunch, and she had a whole lot of kitchen proverbs, you might know, like better a small fish than an empty dish, or there is skill in all things, even in making porridge. That's another one I remember. And one that she often admonished me with a wag of her finger, don't let your tongue cut your throat. um, so she didn't like greedy boys. So she was a strict grandmother, but I realized later, and after she passed away, she left me a small amount of money that enabled me to actually uh, go off, go to England after I finished school, and and that's when I was starting to write my first novel, my first book. So I think Dehradun Granny was an influence. Um, and grandfathers, I did not know either of them. They had gone before I was born. But my mother used to tell me stories about my grandfather, and he used to keep a lot of pets, different animals in the house, fairly big, large bungalow in those days. So some of those stories and anecdotes, I I then put into stories of my own, grandfather's private zoo, and stories like Harold the Hornbill and Henry the Chameleon and various others, um, which have been quite popular over the years. So yes, father, of course, taught me to read and write well before I went to school, and I had a very close relationship with him till I was 10, and when he passed away. And so he was certainly an early influence. Um, so that was it amongst relatives. Of course, there were uncles and aunts who I knew from a distance, and they come into some of my stories. There's the funny Uncle Ken,
Yeah.
who was a bit eccentric, and Aunt Mabel, who lost her Persian cat during a railway journey, and so on.
Subscribe to the YouTube channel and don't forget to hit the bell icon so that you don't miss any videos by us.